Hi guys, it's Laura and today I'm going to be doing my September wrap up and October TBR. So if you guys do remember, I said that I was going to try and split my wrap up and TBR so that I could talk more about the books, but as you have probably noticed, I've joined them together again because I am not able to film as regularly due to the fact that I have officially moved into my university accommodation and I am not yet comfortable filming a video in my actual room due to the fact that I don't know how loud it is and how loud I will be and how soundproof the actual walls are. So yeah, that's basically why. So I don't know how regularly I'm going to be filming and all that jazz, so I put them together. I am actually filming in my nan's house because I can be loud and stuff here, so that's okay. But obviously I haven't got the books with me, so that's the downside, but you might know what the books look like anyway, so yeah. I'm just gonna get into the video. First book that I read in September was Winter by Marissa Meyer. I loved this book so much. It was such a cute, perfect ending to the Lunar Chronicles, and I'm so sad that it's over, but I'm so rereading it next year. I can't go into too much detail, but basically Winter is kind of a retelling of Snow White. I loved Winter as a character. I think she was cute as hell, and just because of how she was kind of, I don't want to say crazy, but basically crazy. And Jakin, who was the male in it, was such a loving, caring person to her, and it was just so cute. And then of course you've got the other characters that come into it, so you've got Cinder and Kai, Scarlet and Wolf, and Cress and Thorn. And I love all the characters. I love them together and I love them separately and I love them as a team. I just think it's fantastic, and of course I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The book that I read in the month of September was Wanderlost by Jen Malone. I really enjoyed it, but I don't think it was absolutely fantastic, and I think it depends when you're reading it and what mood you're into, whether you'll like it as much as I did. I just was in that kind of zone to read a really quick, cute, contemporary kind of thing, and it gave me that. So it was, there was a few things that kind of irritated me. It's that's just stupid kind of thing. It's basically about a girl called Aubrey who is sent on what would have been her sister's trip to Europe to guide a tour for the elderly, and it was nice going to all these different places and seeing her relationship with the tour guide owner's son, because he casually makes an appearance, so that was quite nice. But obviously it's not going to end well, and the reason why she ended up there in the first place, taking her sister's place, kind of irritated me a bit, but I kind of got past it. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. The book that I read this month, I finished, I want to say on Wednesday, just gone, and it was The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I have finally finished all of Morgan Matson's books, and I'm very sad about it because I've realised her next one isn't coming out until June next year. So I'm very upset about that. But yeah, The Unexpected Everything is about a girl called Andy who basically has everything planned. She's that's what she's been brought up with, and that is who she is. And basically something happens that ruins her plans for the summer, and she's left kind of with nothing to do. So she ends up walking dogs, and in the process she meets Clark, and she starts to realise that if everything is planned, you can't get the unexpected, which is always fun. So yeah, it was fantastic. I loved the friendships. I loved Andy's character development. I loved Clark. He was the cutest little nerd in the world, and I adore him so much. And I loved their relationship. I loved every single thing about it. One thing I was starting to get on my nerves was a character called Toby, but I think it added that in. It kind of needed that. It was not every friendship's perfect kind of thing, and she kind of gave that to the group kind of thing. But I adored it so much, and of course I gave this 5 out of 5 stars as well, because what Morgan Matson book would I not give 5 out of 5 stars for? Really, it was so good. And I think, I don't know, I can't choose a favourite Morgan Matson book, but if I literally was told to, I would have to either say Since You've Been Gone or The Unexpected Everything. It's between them two. I just can't decide which. And the last book, I technically haven't finished, but I still have a day and a half until September's over. I actually have this with me, and that is The Distance Between Us, which is by Casey West. This is the last Casey West book that I haven't read that I own. So so far I'm 34 pages into it, and I quite like it already because Cayman, who is the main character, is sarcastic, and I'm all for the sarcasm. So it's basically about a girl called Cayman, who is 17 years old, and she's been brought up believing that the rich are all snobs and they get bored, and Alexander Spence walks into her life and she thinks he's about to prove her wrong, but then she realises that money's been more a part of their relationship than she ever expected. Dun dun dun. Yeah. I've liked 2 out of 3 of Casey West's books that I have already read, so I'm hoping this one will deliver. Most people say that this is their favourite, I think, but I don't know. I've heard that from somebody anyway. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. I don't know what I'm obviously going to give it at this stage, as I am literally 5 chapters into it, but we shall see. Now moving on to my October TBR, I am kind of sceptical about my October TBR because, again, I haven't got many books. I've got about 20 books with me. I say that's not many, that's kind of a lot. But I'm in a funny mood with reading at the minute. Like, I mean, The Unexpected Everything took me like 20 days to read. And I probably could have done that in like a week max, but I didn't because I'm in a slump, but it's not a slump. But yeah, so I don't know. This probably won't like stick to, but basically, the first book that I'm planning to read this month is The Dark Crowns. I want to say by Kendra Blake. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if that's wrong. The Three Dark Crowns. The Three Dark Crowns. I'm almost certain that's right. By Kendra Blake. You know what I mean, right? Which is about 3 triplets who basically have to fight to the death to find out who's the queen. Who's going to be queen. That's all I know, really. But it sounds really good. It's got really good reviews. And I've had it for a very long time. And I just want to read it. The second book I'm hoping to get to this month is the Snow Like Ashes, which is the first book in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. I really wish I could post a picture there. But I'm not that technical, so yeah. Anyway, I've had Snow Like Ashes for almost a year now, so I really don't know why I haven't read it. It's quite thin as well, so I'm hoping to get to that. I can't remember on the top of my head what it's about. It just sounded really good, and again, it's got a lot of like good reviews, and I believe the last one in the trilogy came out last year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But yeah, I really want to get to it. Because it sounds good, and I'm in the mood for fantasy. I think I need to read a bit of fantasy because I haven't read that many, but yeah. And this book that I'm hoping to read is The Clockwork Princess, and it probably won't happen. My thing is, I really want to read Clockwork Princess, but I can't do it simply because I'm told that the ending of Clockwork Princess makes a lot of people cry, and I'm not prepared for that. So I'm at a bit of a consideration because I also want to read The Lady Midnight and The Lord of Shadows and the Magus Bane Chronicles, but I can't read them until I've read The Infinite Devices. And that really annoys me. So I'm going to try and hopefully read it, but I'm not betting on that. Final book that I'm hoping to read this month, because I am only sticking it to 4 because it's the start of university and I've been a bit weird in reading at the minute, so I'm not going to pressure myself anymore. And that is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a retelling of the Queen of Hearts. That is pretty much all I know. I think it's basically the Queen of Hearts before Alice Fell Down the Hole. Haven't read Alice in Wonderland, but I have seen the movies, and obviously I really like it, and it's Disney as well. At least the first one was originally. But yeah, it's obviously a really famous and popular story, and I'm very intrigued because Marissa Meyer did such a fantastic job with the Lunar Chronicles, and it's another retelling, so hopefully, I am sure she probably did do a fantastic job with this one as well, so I want to read it. Again, I've had it for such a long time, like I don't know why I just haven't been reading these books, but yeah, I want to read it. See how high my fantasy kick is right now, like, yeah. So that is all for my September wrap up and October TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I'm really sorry about like how weird my videos are going to be for the next 2 months. Hopefully I'll still be able to post once a week because I am planning to come to my nan's at least once a week, but we shall see. So yes, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye guys!